The phone kept vibrating on the kitchen counter. Not ringing, not stopping, just buzzing like something trapped and angry. I watched it from the hallway. The way you watch a wound you don't want to touch yet. The house smelled like adhesive and ink. Fresh paper. Fresh lies. I didn't answer. Outside, tires crunched on gravel. Her car, right on time. I stepped back into the shadow near the stairs and waited. My breath stayed even. That was the hardest part, keeping my body from betraying what my mind already knew. The front door opened, then silence, the kind of silence that collapses inward. I imagined her eyes moving, wall to wall, ceiling to floor. Hundreds of photos, hotel lobbies, parking garages, reflections caught in restaurant windows, her hand on his arm, his mouth close to her ear, intimacy preserved in ink like evidence pinned to a corpse. My boss, her smile, a sharp inhale, a whisper of my name. Then the door slammed shut. Not anger, fear. That's when my phone finally rang. I let it go to voicemail. It didn't start with rage. It never does. Rage is loud, obvious. This began quietly, like rot. A delayed text. A canceled dinner. Perfume that didn't belong to me. I told myself I was tired, overworked, paranoid. I was the dependable one, the stable one. Men like me don't get betrayed. We get used. The first real crack came at my office holiday party. She stood too close to him, laughed too easily. Her hand brushed his sleeve and didn't pull away. He noticed me watching and smiled. That night, she fell asleep in minutes. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying small moments I had dismissed for months. Each one sharpened, aligned. By morning, suspicion had turned into something colder. Certainty doesn't scream, it settles. I didn't confront her. That would have been emotional, sloppy. I needed truth, clean, undeniable. So I became quiet. I watched phone bills, cloud backups, GPS data hidden behind permissions she forgot she gave me years ago. I learned her patterns, her tells. The days she lied without realizing her voice changed. I found the hotel receipts buried in email trash. Same place, same room type, always midweek. He liked routine. So did she. That made it easy. I kept smiling, packing lunches, tucking the kids in, kissing her forehead before work. Inside, something else was assembling. I hired a private investigator with no questions and a very precise contract. I installed cameras she never noticed. I mirrored her phone while she slept inches from me, her breath steady, trusting. Every new confirmation didn't hurt. It simplified. I documented everything, dates, times, locations, metadata intact. I didn't rush. I let the affair mature, rot deeper. The longer it lived, the heavier it would be when exposed. At work, my boss complimented my focus, my productivity. He had no idea he was funding his own downfall. The children sensed something, of course. They always do. They asked where I went when I spent nights working late. I told them the truth, just not all of it. Dad's fixing something, I said. I was. By the time the DNA test came back, confirming what I already suspected about our youngest, I didn't feel anger, just alignment. The pieces clicked. The picture was complete. The final confirmation arrived in a plain envelope. No drama, no flourish. Paper doesn't tremble. Hands do. Mine didn't. That evening, I laid everything out on the dining table. She walked in, stopped, and stared at the evidence of her own reflection. She didn't cry at first. She laughed, a short, brittle sound. "You're being crazy," she said. I slid the report toward her. Silence returned. Her face folded in on itself. The confident mask collapsed. She reached for me instinctively. I stepped back. That was the moment she understood. Not that I knew, but that I had planned. I moved fast after that. Not emotionally, legally. The photos went up while she was at work. Every wall, every surface. The truth multiplied until it suffocated denial. I resigned before the HR meeting I had already scheduled for my boss. Evidence attached. Board members CC'd. The kids went to my sister's. Bags packed. Explanations age-appropriate. Love intact. I disappeared because I needed her alone with what she had done. When she shut the door, she thought it was to protect herself. It wasn't. It was to trap herself with the truth. Her phone exploded. Messages from him, from work, from friends who had already seen the photos, circulating, the ones I'd scheduled to send. I sat in my car down the street, watching the house that no longer belonged to either of us. I felt nothing. That was the victory. Weeks later, the divorce finalized faster than she expected. Evidence does that. Custody was quiet, clean, clinical. My boss lost more than his job. His wife didn't shut the door. She opened every window. I didn't watch the fallout closely. I didn't need to. Closure isn't loud. It's absence. Sometimes, at night, I think about the man I was before. The one who trusted without strategy, loved without contingency. He doesn't exist anymore. And that's fine, because the man who walked away didn't need revenge. He needed the truth. And once he had it, he never looked back.